of social media in marketing has brought with it some pros and cons. Of course, in the market. To discuss this, we have invited to the studio Mr. George Munengwa Sr., who is an entrepreneur and social media marketer. Very good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Zimbabwe, George.
Very good morning to you, and good morning, Zimbabwe.
Right. Now, would you just like to describe the impact of social media on businesses in Zimbabwe?
I think social media has become a very important and paramount thing that every business needs. And if any business is to remain in existence, they need to get used to taking social media to their businesses, because you'll find that every single person who is alive and well today is using social media to communicate, to know exactly how to market their products, and generally just to go about business nowadays.
Well, as one person who is a proponent of marketing on social media, I need to ask this from a social perspective. There is this argument that says that social media has caused moral decadence against an argument which says that no, social media is just displaying the moral decadence that's already there. What's your take on that discussion?
Okay, I think social media is something that if people begin to adapt to it, it's something that's changing in the whole wide world. You find that news is not something that you look for, news is something that's coming to you. And if people begin to use social media in a form that benefits them, their businesses, to get people's views out there, that's basically what social media is about. It's about informing people about what's going on, what exactly is happening in the world, what products you're selling, and all that. So in terms of what you're asking, it's more about what people are wanting to be known out there. So I don't think, whether you like it or not, social media is something that no matter how old you are, you're going to have to adapt to it.
Yeah, definitely, because sometimes talking about typically, your WhatsApp and everything, you've got a typical family setting, and you have everybody in a family group, but they're all in one room, but they're all on their phones.
True.
Okay, now talking about companies, which is really the crux of the matter here, how can a company harness the power of social media to increase profitability?
Social media, like I said earlier, is something that every single person right now, wherever they are, in their offices, in their cars, they're always on their phone 24/7. Now, companies can take this to their advantage by making use of posting and getting their message across to people. Gone are the days of just relying on the media, on radio, on billboards. What is far more cost effective nowadays is to use social media to their advantage, because it's something that, like now, we're live on air, but as soon as we leave here, it's not going to be there after that. But with social media, there's a trace of history of what exactly is going on, whether it's your personal life, whether it's business promotions. So every single person who's out there is using their phone as we speak, and that's the most powerful tool that corporates can begin to use to benefit their products, and in return it will bring to maximize profits.
Oh, fantastic. Now, there have been many cases, George, where people have been duped, from a basis of social media and made to pay for fake or even non-existent goods. How can consumers protect themselves against this vice?
I think the good thing with social media is that a lot of people, yes, that is true. I think that used to happen in the earlier days. But now with social media, there's so much trace reference. Whether you're looking for a product online, I think the most important thing, you can never be 100% safe, but you can at least do further research to try and actually eliminate that by finding out more about the person who's selling it, try and pay on delivery. If not, at least make some form of ways to do a little bit more research than just buying into transferring a lot of money and there's no product, and then the person is not there anymore. But on social media, it's a platform where people have reviews about a certain product, a certain company, their landlines, their ways of actually finding out if this person is legit.
All right, George, I'm a part of Generation X. I've gone by age, but they're the millennials who are really mostly the ones on social media. But are they the ones that really bring in the business, or maybe it's Generation X? And who is more visible on social media?
I think, like I said earlier, social media is something that no matter how old you are going to have to really get into it. As we go on with the upcoming trends that are happening now, it doesn't matter if you're 15, if you're 65, you're going to have to find your way on social media. You'll find that if you're looking for a product, for example, gone are the days where you go around town looking for a product. All you just have to do is go on a search engine and you type, I'm looking for XYZ, and it pops up. And instead of you driving around town, you go direct where you're supposed to go. So you find that it helps all age groups to begin to know exactly what it is that they need and exactly where they're supposed to go.
Fantastic. Well, there you go, entrepreneur and social media marketer George Munengwa Sr. coming through to Good Morning Zimbabwe to just tell us a bit more with regards to the issue of the impact of social media in the business landscape. Thank you so much for coming through to the show.
Thank you, McDonald, and good morning, Zimbabwe.
Fantastic. Well, we're now